Hilaire is a stockman. He lives in New Caledonia. He has dedicated his entire life to raising livestock. New Caledonia is an overseas department of France that extends for some 12,000 square miles. It is situated in the heart of the South Pacific. Its nature has inspired many poets, as well as the curious nickname of boulder. It is said to emerge like a boulder from between the Pacific Ocean and the Coral Sea.
I live in Ateu, the highest village on the boulder, some 10 miles from Kone. Here in my tribe, I'm responsible for the livestock. I herd our 1,200 head down to the river once a month to bathe. This job takes a week, and every stockman in the tribe takes part.
Horses have long been an integral part of the life of Caledonian breeders. They are also an indispensable tool in their work. The Ateu tribe lives on land that once belonged to its ancestors. These grounds stretch out over several thousand acres of dense forests and rolling pastures. The cattle are free to roam on the edge of an immense mountain range that stretches out from the center of the island. A stockman's soul is mirrored in the vastness of these wide mountain valleys, where his cries and gestures will be repeated time and time again. The wild nature of the cattle does not make grouping them together an easy task. But with the help of dogs, even the most feisty can be brought back to the herd. Impressed by his ardor and bravery, the young people of the village have nicknamed Hilaire, mind not death. After having assembled the animals, Hilaire and his men take a well-deserved break on the banks of the river. But the landscape has been affected by the drought of recent years, which has lowered the water level of the river and drained the waterholes. The herd has not yet been totally assembled. Only 900 animals have been brought forth to take a bath and rid themselves of their parasites. Afterwards, each animal will be counted and inspected.
Before the tribe got its land back, I worked for a long time with Patrick Ardimani. At the time, we were in a big station in Pingen. Now he has his own station, a little smaller. But we still work together when we have to rally his cattle.
Patrick Ardimani is a breeder, but he is also one of the most able horse breakers in Boulder. His work is a veritable passion, and he safeguards its traditional aspect by resisting modern technology. The selection of livestock is important. It is based more on physical traits and behavior than pure pedigree. The swallow spends his time doing nothing instead of work. Contrary to this local proverb, stockmen rarely ever stop working. For many generations now, they have herded cattle on the vast plains of New Caledonia. The herd is brought back to the station. The calves will need to be isolated. Some will now be killed and some branded. The use of traditional branding methods highlights a strange aspect of a stockman's work, but it also bears testimony to man's will never to forget the origins of his knowledge.